In the ancient land of Israel, two armies faced each other across the valley of Elah. On one side stood the Israelites, filled with fear and uncertainty. On the other, the mighty Philistines, led by their champion, Goliath, a giant of a man clad in heavy armor. Each day, Goliath would strut into the valley, his booming voice echoing as he challenged any Israelite to a duel. His insults and taunts pierced the hearts of the soldiers, instilling fear and despair. Among the Israelites was a young shepherd named David. He was the youngest of 8 brothers, tasked with tending the sheep while his brothers fought in the army. One day, as David delivered food to his brothers, he heard Goliath's mocking shouts. Rather than feeling fear, David felt a surge of courage and faith. He couldn't understand why the Israelites, chosen by God, would allow this giant to defy them. Determined to confront Goliath, David approached King Saul, who was skeptical of the young boy's bravery. "You are just a shepherd. Goliath is a seasoned warrior," Saul exclaimed. But David recounted his experiences, how he had fought off lions and bears to protect his flock, attributing his victories to the strength and protection of God. Inspired by David's unwavering faith, Saul reluctantly agreed to let him fight, offering his own armor. But David, uncomfortable in the heavy gear, chose instead to face the giant in his simple shepherd's attire. David walked to the brook, selecting 5 smooth stones, placing them in his shepherd's bag. With his sling in hand, he approached the battlefield. The sight of the young boy standing against the towering Goliath drew laughter and ridicule from the Philistine camp. Goliath scoffed, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" But David stood firm, declaring, "I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel." As the battle began, David ran towards Goliath, swinging his sling with incredible speed and precision. He released one stone with all his might, and it struck Goliath squarely on the forehead. The giant staggered, disbelief washing over his face, before he fell heavily to the ground, lifeless. A hush fell over the valley, followed by an eruption of cheers from the Israelites. They rushed forward, emboldened by David's victory over the seemingly unbeatable foe. David, now a hero, stood tall, holding Goliath's sword as a symbol of triumph and faith. The soldiers celebrated, realizing that with courage and trust in God, even the greatest challenges could be overcome. As the sun set over the valley of Elah, David took a moment to reflect on the incredible victory. He understood that it was not his strength that had won the day, but his faith and the power of God that had guided him. The story of David and Goliath would be told for generations, reminding everyone that true heroism comes not from size or strength, but from courage, faith, and the belief that with God, anything is possible.